everyone and welcome to another Wee Wardlaws online. My name is Caitlin and today I'm going to be taking you through some stories, crafts and rhymes based on something in our museum collection. Now, last time we looked at explorers and we made some globes. I have mine here, but a special thank you to Abigail who sent me a photo of hers. It looks amazing, very well done. Now today I thought we would look at something different and our theme today is birds. What do you know about birds? Birds are a large group of animals. Birds have 2 legs, wings and feathers. Birds also have a beak or a bill and they lay eggs. They belong to a group called vertebrate, which means they have a backbone. They are also warm-blooded. They can be found all over the world, the cold parts, the hot parts and the wet parts. There are over 10,000 species of birds. That is a lot of birds. Not all birds fly, but sometimes if you look in the sky, you might see some birds. Look, there's a red kite bird. Birds come in all different shapes and sizes. Let's see some of the birds we have in our museum collection. These are hummingbirds, and sometimes hummingbirds are only 5 centimeters long. These are some of the smallest birds in the world. Hummingbirds are really good at flying and are able to change direction really fast. They can even fly backwards. This is an emu. After the ostrich, it is the second largest bird on the planet. They can be 6 foot to 6.5 foot big. That's taller than most grown men. They cannot fly, but their legs are really long and powerful. This means they can run super fast, about 30 miles per hour, and kick any predators they may face. They are also really good at swimming. Finally, this is a parrot. They come in all colours. They are also thought to be the most intelligent birds. Sometimes they can even copy human voices. They like warmer climates. Humans like to watch birds so we can learn more about them. Bird watching is also a really popular hobby too. For example, here is a video my friend caught whilst watching some blue-tipped birds in his garden. Sometimes bird watchers need some tools to help them, and I thought we could make one of these tools for our craft. Binoculars help you see things that are really far away, which is useful because we don't want to scare birds off. Next time you go for a walk, why don't you watch out for what birds you can see? But now, on to our craft. For today's craft, you will need 2 toilet paper tubes, but if you don't have this, inside of kitchen roll has a big tube too. You can ask an adult to help cut this in half for you. I also have some paint, but if you don't have paint in the house, you could use pens or glitter or stickers to decorate instead. Because I have paint, I also have my paintbrush. I have some glue. I have some hobby glue here, but any glue would work. You could also use sellotape. And finally, I have some ribbon, but string would work just fine as well. For our first step, I'm going to take one of my wee tubes, and I think I'm going to do yellow for my main colour. And I am going to start to paint my tube. Now the colours I'm using today, you don't have to use these colours at all. You don't even need to use paint. You just need to do whatever decorations you would like. But I'm going to do my main colour in yellow. So I'm going to paint this whole tube. There you go. So I'm nearly finished my first one. How are you all getting on? After I have finished painting this first one, I'm going to put it on the windowsill to dry. Moving on to my second cardboard tube, I'm going to start painting this one yellow as well. Again, you don't have to do it yellow, and I'm going to paint the whole tube. So I have nearly finished my second cardboard tube. Remember to let them dry before we do anything else to them. And I'm going to put this now by my other cardboard tube, which is sitting on the windowsill getting dried. I let my cardboard tubes dry for about 5 minutes, but I think I can get the yellow brighter, so I'm going to do another layer of painting on them. I finished repainting my 2 yellow cardboard tubes. They look way better now. I'm going to put them back on the windowsill again for 5 minutes, and then we can start to decorate them. So my 2 yellow tubes are dry now, and it's time to decorate them. I think I'm going to do polka dots because I really like polka dots, and I'm going to make them blue. So you can decorate all over both your tubes, but just remember, we're going to stick them together like this to make our binoculars. So just be careful in case you do any designs, because we want people to see them. I'm going to start putting my circle dots around my first tube. Remember, if you're using a paintbrush, to wash your paintbrush when you change colours, because we don't want them to get all mixed up. So I'm going to take my blue paint and do blue dots everywhere. Like this. I'm going to do them all over. So I think I'm nearly finished with my first tube. I've got polka dots all the way around. I'm going to put that somewhere to dry again, and then put some blue polka dots on my second one. Okay, so I've got my polka dot tubes all done. I'm going to put them both on the windowsill again for about 5 minutes to dry, and then we can move on to the next step. My polka dots on my tubes have started to dry, so we're going to put them together to start making our binoculars. But before we do, if you finished using your paint, if you had any, maybe get an adult to help you put it away so we don't have any accidents with that. But for the next part, get your glue. So I've got my hobby glue here. You're going to take one of your tubes and put a line of glue on it, just a straight line. And then once you've got your straight line of glue, you're going to take your other cardboard tube and stick it on top like that, so you got them combined. So my tip here is, if you get a peg and put it on either side of your tubes like this, and then let it dry like this, they'll glue together better. So I'm going to put this again back on the windowsill for maybe a wee bit longer this time, and then once it's dried we can move on to the last steps. And then once you think that the glue has all dried, you can take the pegs off, and there we have our binoculars. But we're not done there. We need to be able to have them round our neck so it's easier to get them quickly. So I thought, if you've got any string or ribbon in your house, we can just use that. Take one bit of the ribbon and get some glue or sellotape, and then stick it onto the binoculars like this. And then you're going to do the same with another bit of your string or ribbon on the other side of your binoculars. Once you're done, you have your finished binoculars. You can see mine round my neck here. If you made a pair of binoculars today, I would really like to see them. And you can send me a photo to our email address at museumlearning@st-andrews.ac.uk. I would really like to see them. And now it's time for my story. Now today's story is about the dodo bird. Dodo birds were a kind of bird that were once alive, but they're now extinct. This means that there are no more living animals of this kind. The last one died over 350 years ago, but we do know some things about the dodo. So, are you ready for my story? The dodo was a bird from the island of Mauritius. The humans discovered them not long after they went extinct. Isn't that suspicious? They were fat-rounded birds with really small wings, so they couldn't fly. What curious things. They had no predators, so they were never prey. But when the humans discovered them, maybe they should have stayed away. With the kinds of legs they had, we think they ran really fast. So in a running race, I don't think they would come last. Dodos had brownish grey feathers and quite a large beak. To add to that, they also had really big yellow feet. Scientists don't know much about the dodo today, but maybe it's a lesson that we shouldn't treat other birds and animals the same way. And finally, it's time for our rhyme. Now today's rhyme is about some ducklings who keep running away from their mother. If you stay until the end of my rhyme, I might even have some videos of some real life ducklings. I'll sing the first verse and then you can join in with the others. I also have some ducklings here so I can help you keep count. Are you ready? 3 little ducks went out one day, over the hill and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 and only 2 ducks came waddling back. 1, 2. You ready to join in? 2 little ducks went out one day, over the hill and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 only 1 duck came waddling back. There's only 1 left. 1 little duck went out one day, over the hill and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 and no little ducks came wandering back. Sad mother duck went out one day, over the hill and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 and all the little ducks came wandering back. That was amazing, guys. Thank you for joining in with me. So here is the video I promised you of the ducklings. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. Thank you for joining me on this Wee Wardlaws online. Hopefully I will get to see you all again sometime, but remember to add your binoculars to your museum collection. And I will leave you today with one final video of our duckling friends. Bye!